Good evening and welcome to BackChat. We're gonna try again this evening. We are chatting to Thando Roto, the 100-meter specialist, sub 10-second man, is with us this evening. We're gonna just wait for him to connect, and then we're gonna get live with Thando Roto. Welcome everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thando's in the building. I'm gonna accept his invite. Yes, sir. Good evening and welcome to BackChat. I am your host, Atemba Madima. Oh, I see Tepang is in the building. Thando Roto.
Yes, Prati.
Hi, my brother. I don't know what's going on, but we are back. We are live. We are back.
Yeah.
All right. So let's
Yeah.
pick it up, ne? I wanted to ask, obviously we spoke about the environment of the HPC and the important role that played for you, because it was like an eye-opener, you know, to
Huge
be able
eye-opener.
to witness that. Where did you come from? Where did you come from coming into, where were you born? History nyana, you know, where is Thando Roto from? You know, for those who don't know.
Yeah. So those who don't know, I am from the Eastern Cape. I was born in a place called King Williamstown, in a small township called Tembaza.
Tembaza. Okay.
Yeah, at Town. Yeah. Yeah, so I was born there and I grew up there. I went to a school called Amalinde Primary School, Pana, and I grew up there. Back then, I didn't do sports, and then some of my family relocated to a town called Humansdorp, which is just about maybe 50 to 60 k's outside Port Elizabeth.
Yeah.
And then and then that's when the sports thing came, and then my mom wanted to teach me responsibility.
Yeah.
And then she sent me to a school in Limpopo.
Oh.
Yeah. She wanted to teach me responsibility because I was a naughty child.
Yeah.
I was a naughty child. Yeah, so she sent me to a school in Limpopo to teach me, and it's a boarding school there. So I was in the boarding school before I came to the high performance center. The boarding school was Settlers Agricultural High School.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey, that's interesting, eh? So from Kings William to Limpopo to Pretoria. But I mean,
Yeah.
I must say big up to your moms, because I think what she realized and what her plan, you know, of action to deal with your attitude at that age, it paid off, because
Yeah,
I mean, anybody who knows
it paid off. It paid off.
yeah, anybody who knows you, I mean, you disciplined, you focused, you know, you set your mind on things, and you know, you like to just stick with it consistently.
Yeah.
So big ups, Momzo. Brave
Yeah,
choice.
Mamzo played a big part. Mamzo played a big part.
Absolutely. Okay, so then you come to the HPC. How was the transition from being in Limpopo coming to Pretoria, competition wise, your first year of competition? How is that? I want to say, I want us to talk about this because especially you get a lot of relocation of young athletes who are looking for better opportunities, whether it's in the top schools all over the country, or it's academies, or it's an athlete coming from a different province coming to another province for better opportunities. Tell us about the transition. How is the transition? Is it easy? What challenges did you find in the beginning?
So what was nice for me was the fact that I was already in a boarding school. So when I
Yeah,
came to Pretoria, I already had known how boarding school life is.
yeah,
So the transition from school to school was I think it was fairly smooth because the first year I got there, I could run a personal best with my coach or my former coach Henny Krill.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, And then what was nice also was that when we were at Settlers, we would come to Pretoria to compete with some Pretoria schools. So
Okay.
I was familiar with how the things are. And also when I was there, I had already been to SA schools. I had already been
Ah.
to SA champs.
Yeah.
Uh, so the transition for me, I think it was fairly smooth because I think I already knew the environment uh,
Mm.
of how Pretoria is and how competitive it is with the league, with the top tens, with the so and so called competition. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, we've got a legend. Listen here, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a legend who just jumped in here. He goes by the name Llewellyn Herbert. Hey,
Yeah,
hey.
if they don't know if they don't know this man, then they don't know athletics. Yeah,
They do not know
one of our
athletics.
Olympian silver medalists.
Yes,
So
yes,
they don't know
absolutely.
this man, then they don't know athletics.
Big up to you, Mr. Herbert. He says,
Big
great
up,
seeing all
sir.
the promising young athletes. That's you, Thando. You're a promising young athlete. I mean, your age still allows, you still have many, many, many years before you peak. So, you're
Yeah,
in there.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
welcome. Let's do a few welcomes as well. I see Raisa Abdullah. Welcome to you, ma'am.
Hey,
Uh,
hey.
Good to see you. Leo Alfonso. Welcome, brother.
Big
We
up,
also got
bro.
Gavin. Oh, Kifilwe Mogawane is in here. S. Dumpsy is in the building. Shant Villiers, a massive. This kid, I'm telling you, is going to be one of those talents for throwing in the future. He's in here as well. Henko Lamberts, Andile. Welcome, guys.
Yeah,
Elisette
welcome, guys.
Leso,
Welcome,
Whitney
welcome.
Matsiva, welcome to you guys. Who am I missing? There's more guys on top. I'm not going to get everybody. Oh, Tepang. Kosatan is in the building. Lehaku, welcome. All right. We
Welcome,
need to carry
welcome.
on. So,
Yeah, let's carry on.
obviously,
Yeah, let's carry on.
let's carry on. So then you get to your nationals. I'm gonna let's speak about. Let's move to your junior year, the under 20. Uh, Probably
Which
one of
one?
the most.
Cause I
There's
have
two.
2 years there. I have
I
two
know,
years
I know, I know.
there.
I want to talk
Yeah.
about the first one. Let's talk about the first one.
Okay.
Um, you win your first junior title. Obviously, youth was not as smooth for you.
No, it
There
was.
was a few challenges. It was tough years. Let's skip
Mm,
it. Let's come to junior year winning the title because I got to
mm.
also see it. I saw it with my own eyes, and I saw how you reacted. So I want to know for you. Tell us about that moment.
And you remember you were my mentor then at the school.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, that year is very special to me because of actually that was the first AC 100-meter final I had been to that
Mm,
year. I've been to SAG champs. I always came out of the semis, but that
yeah.
year, something switched in my head that I can make it, man, and I can kick these guys' asses. So yeah. So and it was a long season because I remember we started competing in Jan and we were competing
Yeah.
every weekend. And when it actually came, I've been preparing for the moment. So let me take you through to why I reacted like that. Because so we went to Gauteng Schools Championships
Yeah.
in Jamiston. So
Mm,
I took that place there, both in the 100 and the 200.
mm.
I was beaten by Wally Ungere and Samkelo Sabela.
Yeah, yeah.
So and then I didn't go to SAE schools
Who's?
it was in East London, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly. So I didn't go there. So the guys, they were running super fast and it was a headwind.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like a -4, and the guys were running like 10.6. So I was thinking that it's gonna be tough because now these guys a week later they're coming back to Pretoria, high altitude,
Yeah.
tailwind ways. So I thought the guys were gonna fly. I I actually thought on that championships that there was a guy called Wesley Pindile. I thought he was gonna break the SA junior record. Back,
Wow.
back, back then, the SA junior record was 10.30, if I remember correctly.
Mm.
Hmm? Was it 10,
No?
10.30? No, 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 I'm lying. It was 10-1 by Akane, so no, I'm wrong. But I thought that Wesley Pindile was gonna go sub 10-3.
Mm.
I thought he was gonna go sub 10-3 because he ran 10.6 with a -4. So I knew that the guys were fast, and already at Gauteng schools, I taken that place. Now we're going to nationals,
Mm-hmm.
which is in Pretoria. So me and my coach, we decided that, hey, Thando, don't go to SE schools. Wait for them to come to Pretoria. Yeah. So then when I saw in the final that I'm leading and I wanted it, so and then
Yeah.
I chased and then I saw that I'm winning, then I just reacted like that. I couldn't hold it. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, but
No, man.
like
I
I
mean,
was prepared for a fight. Then I really wanted to win it because yeah, it's been my goal to win South
I
African
mean,
to juniors.
I, I think it's beautiful, man, because especially that's why like it's watching junior athletes and youth athletes is always so exciting because uh the level of, and I wanna say the professionalism, it's not there, and it's not in a bad way. It's like they fully express, your way your emotions on your collars and
Sleeves.
on your sleeves. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's like everything you're experiencing at that moment, the youth and junior athletes is like they take it out, and it's like you get to
yeah,
experience, and you can almost feel everything that it means for them in that moment. And I could see for you it
yeah.
meant a lot, and I mean to
And
win that.
it still and it still does.
Yeah, and I mean that was the beginning, because then the following year you came back, you defended your title
I
again,
defend it. Yeah,
and then after that, I mean that's the beginning of your sprinting journey, and from there on, I mean there's been ups and downs, but I mean if you look at the ups are always they always overshadow the downs. You must always,
yes,
that's how it should
yeah.
be. Okay, so let's fast forward now. Before I get into that, also nickname. Do you have a nickname? What do people call you? Is there a nickname that you're known by?
So the guys call me TR, the other guys call me Rock. So I don't know, man. But I go by any name. I respond to anyone who's uh calling me. Yeah, so I respond to anyone in
Yeah. Oh, The Rock.
Yeah, they call me the Rock. Yeah.
Let's do a few more welcomes here. I see Leviticus Mukucha is in here. Our Salbino Mukucha is here. Welcome, guys. I see Mari Siliga is also in here. John Siliga's moms is here. We've also got Miss Shikwambana. We've got Give More Run. Welcome, brother. Tidiro. Biggie's here as well. Matabo, welcome, guys. Good to see you. I won't get to everybody, but I see Sipo loves you, says, I trust you, Roto. Roto, I trust you.
Yeah,
This
they
guy,
trust me.
he trusts you. I
Yeah.
see Cricket Link says, Hala, hala, Tando.
Ala la
Always,
Mr. Z. Ala
always
la.
remember where you come from. Always remember where you
Kaya
come from. Yeah, big ups. Selby says, The Rock is in the house. Oh, The Rock. Yeah.
Mr.
Okay,
Mkucha.
Mukucha. Let's carry on. So then I want to fast forward now. Okay, youth, not as good. Junior, you find yourself. I mean, you start dominating. Under 23, obviously, also very good there. You do win the SA Championship in there as well. And then we move to 2014. We have to go to 2014. I talked about the race that you saw in HD. You were there with the day athletics in South Africa changed
Changed.
forever.
Yeah. When the
Literally.
guy opened the doors for us. Yeah. He
When
opened that
Simon
door.
when Simon Mahakwe was running with the key in his hand,
Yeah.
when he was the first South African to break the 10-second mark. You were then HD. We put the documentary in on a throwback a few weeks back.
Yeah.
Tell us
Simon
about that
saying,
day. Tell us about
yeah,
that day.
yeah, that was a big day. That was a big day. I have no words for that guy, but yeah, he really, uh, uh, how can I say, he opened my view towards athletics and towards what's possible. Because for
Mm.
many years, uh, we always thought of the 10:06 from 1988,
Yo,
that no one will ever break it. And when
yeah,
he did it, and I was one of the lucky guys to be so fortunate to have the front row seats. I was there, Bob. I
full
was there.
HD.
Full HD. I saw the man.
Okay,
I saw him. I saw him. I felt him. I You couldn't touch him. You couldn't touch him. He was moving. The man was moving, and he showed me that day what a sub 10 race looks like.
mm.
You couldn't on that day. It was his day, man. It was his, and he helped me personally see what's capable
Mm.
and what we South Africans can do. Because I was young then. I was
Mm.
19 or 18,
Mm.
and I was the only junior in the race. And then I felt him, man. The guy was moving. He was untouchable. Even though I tested him with the start, but it was not enough. It was not enough. It was not enough.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
magic moment. I call it the magic race
it
because after
is.
that, hey, there was a whirlwind. Hey, things
It
things
is.
would never be the same again, and it's good. That's the momentum. I mean, I always talk about moments and memories. That, like you said, it was Simon Mahakwe's moment, but the
Mm.
memories that he planted in the hearts of people who were running in the race, South Africans who were watching. I mean, I remember that day. I mean, backtrack. I mean, that
You
was the
guys
only
was
video
was was
in
there was no SABC. There
the
was nothing.
only video in the
Yeah.
country. And
Mm.
we had a big, people don't know, but we had like a big debate that day. Not a debate, but we had a decision to make. We said, you know what, we're gonna take this video out. We're gonna put it. We don't want money. We just want people to
Yeah.
see the race.
Mm.
But we also want them to see Wade van Niekerk's race, and we want them to see.
Yeah.
I think there's a few races we decided to send through to be seen on national TV,
Because also
because
wait
for us,
that day, I think ran his first sub 45.
yeah, I
So
think
yeah,
yeah, he ran at 45, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
wasn't it like a 44.9 or 44.8?
2014. Hey, you might be right. I think
I think so. I
44.9.
think yeah. And
Yeah,
and if you look at
yeah,
see
44. You're right, 44.9. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that that race, what it did for South African sprinting, because five of those guys, or let's say four of those guys which were in the race, uh, 4 years
Yo,
later, they were running also sub 10. It really changed. And some of the guys as well, to mention one, Roscoe also went on to run at 10:06.
yeah,
Uh, so yeah,
big race. I mean, it's
huge
exactly
race.
that. I mean, and I mean, it's so good to see because I think there's, I don't know, maybe there has been times, but I've never seen the 100-meter athletes an event so, although there was a lot of, there's always tension in the 100, né? that day it almost
Mhm.
felt like there was a joint excitement. You never, after years after that, more guys went sub 10 and it becomes who's next and
Mm.
whatever. But that day it was like the athletes came together, and it was like the moment and the memory of that day was bigger than individual athletes. You know what I mean?
Yes,
And it was
because
beautiful to watch.
we were all happy for him.
Exactly.
We all felt like, yeah, it is what it is. Celebrate with the man. You can't take it
Yeah.
away from him, and he will always be the first guy to go sub 10, no matter
Absolutely.
what. No
A
matter
lion.
who can 9.7 or 9.6 or the world record. The lion had the keys. The lion had the keys. Yeah, the lion had the keys.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Shout out to the lion. Shout out
Yeah,
to, everybody in that final. I was watching that race. Not a few, yeah, I watch these races a lot, and these are memories you can never forget. All right,
you
let's
can
move
never.
on. So obviously after that, like I said, it's just, we look at youth and junior athletes, Kyle Apple,
Mm.
Clarence Munyai, Gifley
Give you
Otela, Malisela. It just
you
became,
know,
now we're looking at the Dambiles, we're looking at
the
uh,
Patuche. Oh,
the Patuchezos, the young boys are still in the mix. Eckhart,
yeah,
Potgieter is in the mix,
yeah.
and there's more.
The,
Shotgun
oh,
Flavor. Those guys we can look out for
Power
them.
Bailey, Tabang
Hey,
Totoro. So yeah, the boys are there. Yeah,
and
the boys are there.
that's beautiful. That's what we want to see. All right, but I want to move over, and we're gonna wrap it up soon because I think time is running. Um,
Okay.
2017, I think this is like another for personally, from watching from the outside, you might
Mhm.
you will know better, but 2017 is probably one of your fiercest seasons, where you are healthy,
Mhm.
you no injuries. I don't
No,
know about injuries in that
no
season,
nickel.
unless no
Smooth.
niggles,
Smooth.
yeah, you
It
know
was smooth.
smooth.
Yeah.
That year I remember, we were chilling together Sunday, and I was showing you
Mhm.
that 150 of yours, the 150 where you were jogging, you jog you jog a 15:3, easy, easy, easy.
Yeah.
And I knew, I was like, hey, Adrian. I was on
The boys
camera.
ready.
Adrian was editing. I'm like, Adrian, this guy is going to cause havoc.
Yeah.
A race or two later, you run a sub 10 at
Mm.
Denkwalu, but then obviously hand
The wind.
timing. Yeah, or is it the wind or what is it?
Yeah, it was the wind +3 or something like that.
Yeah, the wind official time 9 9 obviously, but with a powerful headwind, or
Mm.
backwind, sorry,
Tailwind.
tailwind. Yeah, tailwind. And then again, we know the boy has tasted a 9. You can't taste a 9 and go back.
Yeah. It's true.
And
It's
then
true. But see,
ATN championships come up.
renyana 2 seconds.
All right, chap.
Sure.
All right. We're just gonna give Thando time. I think he has to attend to something. But then you'll be back. Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to wrap it up soon. We've got Thando Roto with us in the building. We're talking about some of his highlights now. We're gonna get to the moment where he ran sub 10 seconds for the first time. As soon as he's back, we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna wrap it up. So give us another 3 minutes or so, and then we'll be done. So just hang in there, guys. We're just going over the history of almost the 100 meter, because it's such a short history. Because if you think about it, everything from 2014 to 2020, we've seen things that we've never seen. Likes of Mahakwe breaking the 10-second 998. After that, Akani with Enrico Brinkis broke the 10 as well with a 997. Akani did it as well. After that, we've had guys like Roto, Thando Roto breaking the 10. Wait for Kerk has done it as well. And there's more coming. The guys are knocking. Just going to invite him back in. The guys are knocking and ready to do that. So let's wrap it up with Thando's magic season, the 2017 season, and then we're going to take it from there. Roto.
Sorry guys about that.
Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that.
No
Had some
stress.
family matters. Yeah, had some family matters.
No
Sorry.
problem. Hey, family first. Family first. Yeah. No, no, no.
Yeah,
That's not
family
a.
first.
You don't come. You know, there's no argument
Yeah,
about that one. Okay.
you can't compromise.
Yeah. So tell us
Sorry about
about.
that, guys.
Yeah. So then we move to AGN champs. This is your day now because this day is the day where you also get to officially run sub 10 seconds in the 100-meter Tux AGN championship. Tell us about the day, the build up to the day, and what happens on the day of the race.
Whew. But see, that day, ne, I didn't know that that day was going to be the day of the sub 10.
Okay.
That day, so the week building up to that, I felt great.
Yeah.
I felt smooth in training, and I did my pre-comp the previous day. I felt good. I felt smooth. Then on the day of the heats, there were only 2 heats for the senior men,
Mm,
and that was like unusual for AGN championships.
mm, yeah.
And the crazy thing was, I was in the second heat, and
Mm,
Akane was in the first heat with Emile Rasmus.
yeah.
And the guys, boom, in the heats, they blast. I think it was a 999 or 99 something. The guys were flying.
Hey.
So now comes my race, and then my race. The crazy thing was, it was only 2 guys who pitched. It was me and another guy called Oliver, and the
Yeah.
other 6 guys they didn't pitch.
Hey, man.
I promise you, I am not lying. So we ran the race. The 2 of us, me and the guy called Oliver. Oliver at 40 meters, he gets injured.
Uh.
Then I'm running alone. I'm running alone. Then when you running alone and you see a guy getting injured, then you're thinking to yourself, okay, let me just finish through. I'm in the final either way. To my
Yeah.
surprise, I ran I think it was my third fastest legal time at that point,
Mm,
which was 10:22.
mm,
Because I had a 10:17 and I had a few other 10.1s which were wind aided.
yeah.
So I hadn't had a fast time without
Yeah.
wind.
Yeah.
So now I ran my third fastest time. And then I'm thinking to myself, I ran the third fastest time alone.
Mm,
See, then it means in the final, I can at least run a personal best.
mm,
So I go back home. I remember as I still stayed close by. I went to go eat at home, and I went to take a shower. And then I went back to the track. Come the fight now, I can feel that Thando, you lied, man. Thando, you lied. And then I'm thinking to myself, don't worry, just go run,
mm,
just go run. I felt my stats before the final. I felt that
mm.
man, you smooth, you
Movie.
yeah, you're moving. And then the crazy thing is, I don't remember the race itself. The
Mm.
only time I remember was when you crossed the line, and then I was also not even sure that I ran a personal best. But then I could hear the stadium they were going crazy. They were going crazy, and I hadn't known what just happened. And then I saw the videos, and then I realized, oh, Thando, you were there. You
In the
let it
mix.
go. You were there. So yeah, it was like
995.
995.
995.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. What does it mean?
Yeah.
We're gonna wrap it up. I know. I mean, just to I wanna first. I wanna let's keep it at this moment. But I'll mention
Mm.
also, obviously, that same year you had World Championships. That same
Mm-hmm.
year you ended up at World Student Games, where
Mm-hmm.
I think you experienced a few niggles for the first time, but you still brought back a silver medal. At the World
Yeah.
University Games.
Mm-hmm.
That's the type of year you had, ne? But I wanna
Yeah.
keep us here at the
But
995.
also, to be honest, I also had a very bad thing which happened at the World Championships. I had a false start
Hey,
there, so I need to speak about the highs and the lows. It was
yeah. Let's talk
it's
about
very
the 995, and then we'll talk about World Champs.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you cross the line. You don't know what's happening. People are making a noise. You're still up. Sometimes you wait you until you see it on paper. It's like you
It's
can't
like
tell how fast you ran. You can't tell. Was I
yeah,
close? How close was I? Etc. So what goes through your mind when you look at the sheet?
at the timesheet.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't believe it, Prati. It was like endot ufigile endot. It was like endot ufigile endot. So, I couldn't believe it. But also looking back now, because I've matured, I've reanalyzed it. At that time, when I saw the timesheet and there were interviews with the media and all that, I hadn't registered what happened. You know,
Mm,
it really registered what happened. Looking back now, I didn't understand what had just happened. I was just there enjoying myself, looking to just run a personal best. And to be honest, it didn't register up until maybe I think a year later that
mm.
you ran as 10.
Yo.
And yeah, so at that time it was like, oh, okay, whatever. But also it was like, yo, to Figile, you were there with this guy, because he's the guy leading the way for us now, and he's
Mm.
the one showing us that this is how you do it.
Yeah.
So yeah, yeah,
Nah. Big ups, man. Big ups to you. Big up to obviously Simbini.
yeah,
Uh, for definitely he's paved the way now for how we should be. I mean, we believe we've
mm,
always knew it, but I mean, until now we can actually see it. Just hold on. So now we can see it, and it's so refreshing because I believe that's where we belong. That's where we belong,
mm,
and I mean I believe that more athletes are gonna come and walk in those shoes, and that's what it's all about in the day. So
yeah.
yeah, I mean it's crazy what you said. Now you said for you it took like a year or so later. I remember I spoke to Nigel Amos, and I said, Amos, he was young also when he won his Olympic silver medal. I said, Amos, and I knew he was so young. And I asked him, at what point did it sink in what you have achieved? Because when you're young and things happen, it feels like that's how it must be. Like, you know what I mean? He said only
Mm-hmm.
like 2 to 3 years later, when he was trying to win his next global medal, he was like, wow, what I actually achieved those years back is not
It's
it's
not
not
as
easy.
simple.
Hey.
It's not easy. It's not easy. It's not easy. Yeah, it's true. It's
It was
not.
so refreshing to hear that from him, because I thought it couldn't have snapped immediately, because it was, when you're young, man, everything is just, and
Yeah,
all of
it's
a
just
sudden,
everything
yeah,
is just coming. Yeah, you're just flowing. Everything is it's just
yeah,
happening, and you don't understand, and you also don't realize the work you put in to
yeah,
achieve
get
that.
there.
You only realize after that. Yes, bro, you worked hard. And when you think back, you think, yo, some of those sessions. I was skating on thin ice, on injury, on performing. So it was like, yeah, it's like crazy. It's like crazy.
Yeah,
It's like
man,
crazy.
absolutely. So let's move on. So this is a beautiful season. Like I said, 15-3, you break sub 10, wind aided.
Hmm.
You break it again, AGN championship. So it's just building up. Philip
Hmm.
Poch, I mean, yo.
Massive,
Philip Poch was
massive.
probably, again, like, this was like,
The
it's
hype
home. It feels like, South African athletics was like,
on its
sheesh,
highest
it was at
because
its
the stadium
peak,
was full. On everywhere
packed,
on the newspapers, they were speaking about South African championships. There was live
television.
broadcasting from the TV stations.
Mm,
Uh, it was crazy. It was
yo,
crazy. It was crazy.
you are
Yeah.
there once again. It looks like all these 100-meter historic moments. You are there in full HD. Uh,
Ah, yeah,
so
it's crazy.
you're standing on the line there. Obviously, this is built up as probably one of the biggest races of Philip Poch.
Mm,
Wade Van Niekerk, the Lion is back. Simon
mm.
Mahakwe. We've got
Enrico,
yourself,
you
Enrico
got
Breakies,
Anato, you got
Anaso.
Emil.
You
It's
can't
a
leave
very
Emil out.
personal.
Emil is always in the mix.
He's always in the
Shout out,
middle. He's there.
shout out to Emil. They mustn't sleep on the
Yep.
boy.
They can't sleep on the boy
The fastest Caucasian ever in South Africa with a
ever.
10:01
And in Europe, 10:01 in Europe. So
in
that's
Europe,
practically a 9 point something
in
in
South
high
Africa.
altitude. Yeah, that's a 9 point something. So you gotta give credit to the man.
Okay, let's carry on. So it's Philip Poch again, full HD, the atmosphere, the vibe. I'm gonna put my phone on charger, and I know it's gonna cause trouble after that, but I have to
Okay.
do it. Otherwise, we're gonna have problems. So tell us about that day. What is that
Philip Poch.
day like for you? Yeah, SA Championships. Uh,
See, so
Philip Poch.
remember after the 995, I never raced up until Philip Poch. So
Mm.
995 happened about 4 to 5 weeks. After that, then we have Philip Poch. So in
Five
the heat,
weeks.
yeah, because most AGNs happen mid-March and SAs
Yeah,
happen end of April.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
then, so then it was like that. I ran in the heat, testing out the engine, testing out the body. 10.3, I felt comfortable. Then in the semis, I was in the same semi with Mr. Simbeini. Yeah,
Hey.
I was in the semi with him. So I just thought
And
to
he was
myself,
moving.
yeah, let me tell you, wait. Ah,
Tell me.
so I thought to myself, uh, let me just go there, enjoy, make it into the final. Hey, the man was flying. The man was flying. The man out of the blocks was flying.
Yeah.
Boom, 994 or something like that. Fastest
996.
996. I think to myself, what's this guy doing? In the same, because remember as well, that's the same day we were running 3 races in one
Yeah.
day. It was
Yeah.
heat, semis, and final
Yeah.
in one day. And you know that takes a toll on your body. It takes a
Mm.
huge toll on your body. Now this guy goes boom, 996. I'm thinking to myself,
Yo.
yes,
Boom.
the guy is on fire. But then I think to myself, okay, no, recoup, go back to the warm up area, light, cool down, rejuvenate the body, some slight massage there, and then we back for war.
Hey. You
Yeah,
get
then I
it?
was ready. Yay, fire! Yeah.
Okay.
So in the final, I'm not gonna lie, I thought I was gonna win it. I thought I knew that in the semi, I was watching this guy run his race, and I could see him move. So I thought to myself that I had left a lot in the tank to go sub 10 and win it.
Mm,
It didn't happen, but it was a very nice race. It was a very
mm.
nice race. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. The crowd before the race while we were doing the run throughs. It was nice. It was nice. Yeah, we live for those moments. We live for those moments. After the race, uh, waving to the crowd because I enjoyed myself there. Even though I took third place, even me and Wade got the same time 10:04, 10:04.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed myself. I couldn't have ran a better race on that day. That's all I could give, and I was happy with that because that was my second fastest time after the
Mm.
995. So yeah,
No,
I was
man. I
really happy.
mean,
Was really
I,
happy.
I like that because end of the day, like I think, and I'm glad you soaked in that moment and you like you fully enjoyed it because I think many a times, and I think of it like this, even when I run, train, or even get to compete, like
Mm.
it's like you never know when your next big moment or
Big
big memory will come from. So
Yeah.
it's like whether it's a league or whatever, man, it's like you've got an opportunity. You've been
Mm.
through the injuries, you've been through running with pain, you've had the
Mm-hmm.
disappointments. We'll get to that as well now, to wrap it up, because I think there's a good story in that as well. Is that you never know when your next big moment or big memory
Is.
will be.
Mm.
I mean, not to be negative or anything, but I mean, this is life. You know what I mean? Where you might, I always train and race like it's your last day because who knows? You can't
Mm.
say you've got another 20 or 30 races left in your legs. You can't tell me that. You
You cannot.
cannot.
You
You
can't
know what I'm
predict it.
saying? So
You
it's like
cannot.
you have to soak it in. You must be like SpongeBob SquarePants everywhere you go. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just soaking in the moment. Okay, let's
Yeah.
move on. We get to Worlds. Mm.
Yes.
So now, I mean, amongst all these amazing things, Philip Poch running your first sub 10 or running two sub 10s in the season, uh,
Mm-hmm.
and an official one. Here comes World Championship. So now, hey, again, now here's another moment where you can say I've made it again. Now
Yeah.
uh, World Champs is it's probably the highest level of athletic competition. It is. End of the day.
It is.
Uh,
Aside from the Olympic Games, World Champs is number one.
Absolutely, because I mean, most records usually fall World Champs and not Olympics. Olympics is
Yep.
a bit tricky, it's a bit tricky.
It is.
Not to say it's not bigger. I'm just saying it's tricky.
Mm.
So run us through, sir. You know best what happened.
Sure. But
Tell us.
see, World Championships, to be honest, I don't know. I don't know what happened there, to be honest. I was
Yeah.
ready.
Uh-huh.
I was really ready. I was really ready. Training, I was dropping the times.
Mm,
Everything was good. I remember before the World Championships, I did a Diamond League in
mm,
Rabat, and I took fifth place against a fairly strong field.
mm-hmm.
And it was the guys I was going to meet at World Championships.
Yeah.
So I was ready. I went into training. I went to taper. I was dropping the times. The coach was happy. I was happy. I was feeling great. I could feel that I'm in sub 10 shape.
Okay.
Then, I don't know, man. I did a false start.
Nice.
Then I was there on holiday, man. Yeah, it
Yeah.
was, yeah, yeah, it did hurt, but again, it is what it is. I'm not the only one which has had a false start at World Championships. Even the greatest of all time, Usain Bolt, has had a false start. It's just a matter
Absolutely.
of bounce back
Mm.
after uh, thing. So it did hurt, but It is what it is. It is what it
Mm.
is.
I mean,
It
it's
is
it's
what it
important because, like what you said, is that like I mean, also that is one of those things where in that moment you feel like, hey, you know,
is. Yeah.
where to and why, But I mean, I think it's important to bounce back, and you had an opportunity to bounce back when you had to go to World
Well,
Student
student
Games.
games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you did have an opportunity to go and race one more time that season, and
Yeah.
World Student Games. So let's talk about that journey, because also that one also brings different challenges now. And then we're
Yeah.
done. Then we're gonna wrap it up.
Yeah. So,
The river starting. As the river started, generations. I man, Thando, all my soldiers are
let's
beginning.
finish up. Let's finish up. Cobrizi can we can't miss Cobrizi. Mr. Massive. Mr. Massive.
Mercy, mercy, mercy. Okay.
Massive. Yeah.
I'm joking, man. Tell us about student games, and then we'll wrap it up. Don't rush.
Yeah, so the student games, uh to be honest, so after the fall start, ne, so World Championship was about, I think, 7 days, and the fall start is on the first day of the championship.
Eish.
So I have to sit there and watch these guys compete. So I
Hmm.
sat there. I didn't go to the stadium. I went into the restaurants and I ate, bruh. I ate. Yes, see, you know what they say? Is it eating because of you sad, or eating because of
Yeah.
you? I was eating, binge eating, man. I was binge eating. Yeah, I picked up a few kgs in that 7 days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So then I realized. Then Coach Jenny made me realize, hey, bro, you still have World Student Games in 2 weeks, so you need to come back and start training again.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
started moving again. I started moving. Then I had a few niggles, a sore ankle, sore heel. So that's when my injuries with the Achilles started.
Okay.
But then I went to World Student Games. I see the guy who helped me is here, JP. Yeah, I see
I
he's
see
here.
him. Oh,
So,
JDP Sports
yeah.
Therapy Jimbo.
So JP helped me a lot at World Student Games. He took his time, he invested in me. He went with me to the track because remember Kojeni was in there, and
Mm-hmm.
then he was the familiar face, and we've worked together here at home, and then we
Of course.
carried on working. And he helped me, brought me back, did a few therapy sessions, did a few track sessions with him. It was nice. It was nice. Then I felt, okay, nah, bro, you back. Then I ran in the World Student Games in the heat, so I got a shock that we had 4 races instead of three.
Three.
So
Okay.
we had the prelims, then we had
Mm-hmm.
the heats, then we had the semis, then we had the
Yo.
final. So we had 2 races each day. So then we go out there, boom. I think jet lag was still hitting me, or I don't know what was happening. But I ran at 10.5,
Nice.
slowest time of the season. I took second place, and we were dipping, me and this guy from Algeria. And I was thinking to myself, bro,
Ten
could you have
five.
lost all that fitness in a week? So then I remember Coach Jenny called me after the race, and he was asking me, Thando, what happened? And then I was like, Coach, I don't know. I gave it my all. I was second. I was dipping with this guy, and the time was 10.5. So then in the evening, I went there early. JP was there. We did a rub down, nice activation, you know. And then I did a great warm up, great warm up. Then boom, in the rain, 10.3. Then I'm thinking to myself, okay, you're not that bad after all. You're not that bad after all, you know.
Mm.
Then we go back to the village, I go back to JP. JP gives me a light rub. We get into the ice bath, sleep. Yeah, it was nice. Come back the next day, semis. Then JP does some activation, some active isolated stretching. Nice. I can feel that the body is good. Come back. It's raining. Boom. 10:18. Fastest time in the semis. I'm thinking to myself, bro, we in the money. We back. I'm thinking
I'm
to
back.
myself, we back. Yeah, we in the money. And then I'm like, JP, now just shake my legs.
Yeah.
Cause now I could feel that I'm not legged anymore. And then he strapped up my Achilles, cause I could feel my Achilles after that. And he strapped me up, just shake, some run throughs. Yeah, and then I ran my race. Unfortunately, I did not win, but I still enjoyed that race. I still enjoyed it, and also the guy which won, he deserved it, man, because of
Yeah.
his hometown,
Yeah.
uh, their national record in that final. He was the better man on the day, and no better person could have won it because of after that I remember I followed the guy's career. After that he went on to run 10:07 and a 20.2 at the Asian Games. I think he took silver, so I
Wow.
couldn't have to any better athlete, but it was a great experience. I enjoyed it. I call that experience the mini Olympic Games because of
Yeah.
it, the Olympic Games, because you live in a village,
Mm.
uh, and there's all kinds of sports there, and it's a huge SAE team, and it's a huge championship. And I think after Olympics, in terms of mass participation, I think World
Yeah.
Student Games
Definitely
is the, is
student
the,
games.
is the second. Yeah. So I really enjoyed myself there. Yeah, it was a great experience, and thanks to JP
Jimbo,
for,
JP,
for being there
JP
with
Sports
me.
Therapy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm on now. I'm putting him on.
Yeah, you put him on proper.
I'm putting him
Shout out
on
to him.
proper. Yeah,
Shout out to him. All right, Thando. I think, yeah, man. I think we spent a good almost an hour together now. Let's wrap it up,
really.
brother. Thanks a
Let's wrap
lot,
it up,
man, for
man.
for
Thank you,
for
Bati.
coming
Thank you.
on tonight. It was really good, man. Hearing your stories. It's good to see your face again. And I know once John Vuli Gate, once John opens the gates,
Ish.
uh, we're gonna be seeing you on the track again, and yeah, we're gonna run. We're gonna have to
Yeah,
push on. So
yeah. We need
we look
on
forward to
to
seeing you.
another day. The COVID won't stop us. Hopefully the season goes well. Hopefully also you reach your goals, and
Yeah,
hopefully as well reach my goals. And yeah,
yeah. A luta continua.
ya continue twice in. Isolezo.
All right, guys. Thanks a lot, Thando. Thanks for joining us, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it straight from the speedster's mouth, Thando Roto. Roto. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll be back again next week. There's no chance tomorrow, but thanks to each and every person who's spent time watching and everybody who has been following, guys. Let's keep the conversations going because it's important for South Africa. Thando, sharp, sharp.
Thank you, Prati. Cheers, man.
Take care,
Enjoy.
brother.
Cheers,
God
guys. Bye
bless.
bye. God
Goodbye.
bless.
Take care.